Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm taking a look at the latest security threat from North Korea. Let's review what the threat is, what the level of risk it poses, and how to limit your risk exposure. Let's jump into it. All right, here we have a write-up from the Wall Street Journal that describes a new threat to organizations posed by North Korean operatives applying for US IT jobs and posing as remote workers. Let's break down how the scam works. First, a North Korean operative applies for an IT job. It would seem that they're targeting security firms and firms with connections to the government. Not really a surprise there. Once they have the job, they get a laptop shipped to them from the hiring company. The new hire has that laptop shipped to an accomplice who will add that laptop to a farm of laptops and install remote access software so that the North Korean operative can work remotely from Asia but appear to be in the United States. Once access has been set up, in some cases it appears that the operative attempted to install malware on their very first day. In another instance, it appears that the operative tried to actually perform their duties and collect a paycheck, and it would seem that the North Korean government takes a cut. In other instances, it appears that the operative attempted to steal intellectual property from the employing company. So let's discuss the level of risk posed by this new scam. While it seems that security and government-connected firms are targeted, other types of firms have been victimized, like a major television network, a car manufacturer, a luxury retail store, and a media and entertainment company. So it would seem that almost any industry is at risk. You can't really brush this off as not a concern because you're not a security or government firm. Honestly, most companies aren't that well equipped to deal with this type of insider threat. Most companies take precautions to ensure that the folks they allow into their firm are well screened and background checked before they're given system access. Obviously, with this scam, it would seem that these North Korean operatives have found a way to get around these checks. So the level of concern should be considered high. It would seem that these attacks have benefited North Korea a good bit, so I don't expect them to stop anytime soon. And considering that these are probably persistent threats, what can companies do to mitigate the risk? Well, the most obvious and unfortunately the most expensive thing you can do is to not have a purely remote hiring process. Even if a role is considered 100% remote, you could at least require an in-person interview before making an offer. I don't think we're there yet, but it could be important to take a picture of the applicant at the in-person interview in order to make sure that the same person shows up on day one. It doesn't seem like the scam is sophisticated enough to send a person to an in-person interview, but that could evolve over time. I understand this may not be feasible for many firms, so if in-person interviews don't work for you, you should probably train your recruiting team on how to recognize signs of this scam. Look for work experience at locations that don't exist. It's probably difficult, but looking for Korean accents from people that claim to be from other regions. I have no idea if that's feasible or not, but something to consider. And use tools to check for AI-generated headshots, which seems to be something that these operatives are using. None of these are foolproof, and like a lot of security concerns, it comes down to the human element and letting your recruiting team know about this new threat so that they can be aware of it and respond appropriately. It's probably the single best thing you can do. And with that, I'll leave this one here. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.